Season 9 is upon us on Cosmic Crucible, and I have just set my defenses. This is, of course, my original thoughts, what I decided to put for the first week. It's almost certain that at least a few of them will change, maybe will move around, and we'll definitely find out more a teams that we don't have in mind now that might work great with specific room rules. And there's also the Illuminati team coming, which there is a huge issue about now. And I don't want to get too much in detail. Suffices to say, I'm not spending money for them. Let's continue. Room number one, a like I would buy a couple passes, but not the money they want to paygate the mode. So at room number one, we had something very similar very recently. Strikers do more damage when they have ability block. They clear the ability block and heal a little bit, and skirmishers will put out ability block. We used to run something like this because you want your rogue and your forge to clear the ability blocks if they don't have trauma, that is. You also have Gambit and Cyclops that are naturally very good raiders. So you have a team that is generally on defense, that it makes it a little bit more tricky to win with not being able to ability block them. So I'm throwing them there. We'll see how it plays out. I spent some time thinking about what I'm gonna put, and I was considering putting other X-Men here, possibly Nightcrawler, or even was thinking a lot to put Sunspot, but no, Sunfire. With all these names like Sunfire, Firestar, and are all very confusing. But the guy, the chicken wing, the where is he? Sunfire, here he is. I decided not to because even though I have him now at 2 diamonds, level 100, all the T4's done, and ISO 5 he goes forever because of Apocalypse. He's still very slow. He wouldn't take like too many turns, maybe most likely no turns. And I was kind of thinking because Gambit gives him speed up. When a Sunfire has speed up, he gains 10% more stats, so he would, I think, would go before a Cyclops, depending on how fast the Gambit goes and gives out speed up. He's at 2 diamonds, Gambit is at 1. He would probably do more damage. He has newer stat. He has been more recently reworked. So I was considering bringing him here. I decided to go for Cyclops because of the speed bar he gives to Forge when an X-Men dies. He gives 100% speed bar to Forge. So this can mess things up. Maybe you kill him by mistake. Even if he dies, he gives speed bar to Forge. He doesn't give for next people that will die. And or maybe Sunspot. I purposely left him at level 95, so you may kill him by mistake, and then the speed bar on Forge, even if he is like ability block with Drama, let's say, he takes one turn and then he takes a second turn right after, and he revives Sunspot. Sunspot, if he has a couple of charges, will give out energy to everyone. So it's a way this team can be very annoying, and I decided to go with this for now. And we can always try some fire later if we want more damage, not speed bars and against. He also clears revives once. They might be good. I don't know. He also gives like I think he also with his ultimate puts out a defense. No, he doesn't. Only with his basic. So he applies slow. The Sunfire applies defense down. Room number two, I really want to try again because I pulled a 3 diamond on Thanos with a how they called the short satellite rewards. I did pull a 3 diamonds on Thanos. He already was at level 100, gear tier 18, ISO 5. So I thought, let's try them again. If they do kind of well, I might put a little bit more gear on the rest. There's also like the room. Black Order kind of has to start with their cooldowns ready to be somewhat competitive. But when ultimate abilities are used, you gain slow, and then when your allies go, if you have slow, you assist. So I'm kind of thinking maybe Quicksilver takes his ultimate, then he gets slow, and he clears and gains 20% speed bar. Maybe Proxima Midnight will have slow because he will go fast, and then she will start assisting people like Quicksilver especially, so he can do his Striker attack. Maybe she will clear a couple of buffs, maybe the same for Ebony Maw, so after they take the first turn, they're kinda useless, or a lot less useful, like Ebony Maw and Proxima. So let's. It would be nice, I think, maybe if we have them assisting other people to triple tap and Quicksilver 20% more speed bar. That was the diamond might work. And trying this, I have a little bit more on offense for the beginning of the season that I want to be sure that I can clear everything. So it's like a combination of reasons, like put Black Order that I'm never using, so I will have a little bit more offense, and maybe actually Thanos will pull it off and do a little bit better now that he's in 3 diamonds. I really like Thanos. I want to put like a 7th red on Quicksilver and maybe a diamond, make him more relevant. This team usually can beat New Warriors, but now that many people that I'm facing have all their New Warriors at gear tier 18, there's a high likelihood New Warriors will still win. So maybe I need a couple of more members to gear tier 18 or cool to 17, so they survive a little bit more, and Thanos and Quicksilver, especially if he's in 1 diamond, he will do his stuff. If they don't work, Quicksilver will move somewhere else, and goodbye Thanos, we will build a new one. Sad that 3 diamonds won't work, but maybe they will. Rule number 3. If you have vulnerable, you put out vulnerables, and when you hit somebody that has vulnerables, you apply a bleed to them. So this team clears vulnerables from themselves, so it's kind of a nothing room for them, but they clear vulnerables when they're attacked again, and they heal because of it. So like opponents cannot use this room against them. They like a team like Cabal, for example, that will put out vulnerables and will take advantage of them with their passives. Or even somebody that wants to do a striker attack extra, like put out a vulnerable and then do his striker attack. This cannot work with them, so they're protected from the room's rules. But if they have a vulnerable and it's not yet cleared, because it's clear when they're attacked, B. Parker has this in the passive, they can use the room. So you have a Pav and Penny that are strikers that maybe will have vulnerable on themselves, attack somewhere. They don't need to get the assist from Peter, they will use this as a triple tap. So I think it's kind of nice. You take some advantage of the room. They're kind of easy to beat now if there's just a 5 piece. So Black Knight went there, and he now 2 diamonds makes it a lot more difficult to beat. I also did very recently 3 diamonds on my Noir. So this is a team that I'm expecting and betting on getting defensive victories and giving some Crucible wins. And now I've pulled a little bit more together stuff like room 3 or 4 or a little bit 6 that there's a little bit more firepower in specific rooms that might give me defensive victories as opposed to being spread a little bit more than it was in the previous season. And I also have a little bit more on offense. Room number 4, the ultimate abilities take longer to be used, they cost more, and when you use your basic, I don't think this will work with the ice attack, but we will see. When you use your basic, you gain 1 ability energy. So, Allman Logan, his special is very powerful. He gets, when he is assisting, he gets 1 ultimate energy. So, if you pair him up with fast characters, he will assist a lot. And also I have him as striker, and I have a Panda Pool, so when he takes his turns, because he's very fast, he takes a lot of turns, he will do his ice attack. This will give him 1 ultimate energy anyways, not considering the room when using basic abilities, so that I don't think it will work like this. It will work only when they use the basic. So worst case, he will do his special, then he will do his basic, he will get 2 ultimate abilities, 1 from the room, 1 from his basic that will give him, and 1 from the triple tap because of Panda Pool if there's no echo, so he will get 3, and Peace Ultimate will be ready. The main reason I have him here, besides that, is that to beat him, usually you need to ultimate turn 1. That's it. So when you try going here with Apocalypse and you cannot use your ultimates where at the beginning of the match, it may go south easier. You cannot use a team with Tangled Web, I'm imagining, because you cannot use 299's ultimate turn 1, so he won't clear the speed up from Nightcrawler, and he won't give speed bar to Weaver, so Nightcrawler will go first, will possibly Sun Weaver, or I don't know, someone like Red Hulk, and will create a lot of doubles. Yes, Nightcrawler wouldn't be great if he doesn't use his ultimate that fast, but his special is very nice. He gives out speed bar, gives applies stun. You have Bishop here that gets 50% health from Nightcrawler, I think, or 30%. He gets some passive health. Let me see how much. 30%. So he's a little bit more survivable. If he gets hit and doesn't die, in his passive he gets speed bar. So he may... Where is he? He should be somewhere. Let's go X-Men. Okay. So when he's hit, he will gain 30% speed bar. So he might be attacked because you have to attack him. He goes with taunt, and then give him 30% speed bar. He goes faster. Allman Logan assists, gains 20% speed bar. That's another reason he's here. We have Panda Pool here to assist Allman Logan so he can do one more ISO attack, which will give him energy. He reflexively taunts, so he can be very annoying and absorb a Apocalypse empowered punch. You have also Daken here, he gets speed bar when opponents go into stealth. There are many people in stealth, including 2099. Possibly Super Skull, I don't know if you would use Super Skull here. But he gets a lot of speed bar. He gives them crit chance, so Allman Logan will go a little bit, do more, a little bit more damage. I'm not 100% sure I will want to keep him, but as opposed to, let's say, Deadpool. Deadpool's special doesn't do anything. His ultimate does apply stun, which is nice, and he will put out some bleeds. Daken's special actually is very nice. So even though I would prefer for a Panda Pool to go with his ultimates, which I think is a lot nicer than his special. His special still puts taunt on himself. He can be a little bit annoying. He heals up. He's not terrible. I think Deadpool special is trash and he doesn't have any place here because he will put out a little bit of damage, he will revive, but I think you go here with something very strong to kill Allman Logan fast, so Deadpool wouldn't be an issue, but Panda Pool is annoying. He at least has a 20% chance of revive. He will have 60 now, which is not great when he doesn't have Deadpool, but I think 60% is very high, and even the 20% when Logan is dead, I had him revive like 3-4 times in a row and soak up efficiency at least. Was kind of thinking Noir here, possibly, or change up some other characters around Allman Logan, even like putting like Secrets Defenders here. I did try them previous season for a little bit and it wasn't really great. It didn't work. And I also faced them. It's not, I don't think it's great to put them like this, but last time we had a similar room which ultimates cost more. They were in this room because their specials are very nice and it could combine. I decided not to keep them on offense. We'll see now if the counters with Apocalypse will be more difficult with something like this. I think for Allman Logan it's very good room, especially if you don't have Illuminati that people say that they work great here. I honestly don't know, I don't have the team built. In room number 5, I was very, very close of removing Infinity Watch for this season, and I'm imagining will soon be gone from defense. Because previous season I had him actually. Previous season I didn't have Black Order. I wanted to try Thanos, but I had the team with Black Knight, Captain America, Peggy, and Gambit and Rogue, which worked very well. But I didn't particularly like putting the full Spider Society. I don't think they're that strong. I didn't really like what I would do with room number 4 without Nightcrawler, and especially in room number 1 without Gambit and Rogue. If you don't have a Nightcrawler with them, they suck. Like even if you put like a Dormammu in here, and what then? Like a Sunfire. Sunfire would never go. He would never get speed up. At least with Gambit, he gets speed up. So I decided not to for now, and not to spread them like this, and have a Spider Society together with a Black Knight to form a little bit stronger team. and I kept Infinity Watch. The problem with Room is because it says clear positive effects and they heal. Also, the previous season that was something like this, people thought this, but Infinity Watch clears their safeguard and loses their buffs. They heal up, but they don't keep their buffs because of safeguard. They need to be for 2 turns. That's the reason I kind of was thinking putting Rogue here with Black Knight and the team that I thought that I said, because Rogue at least gets when she does her special, which is a lot. It's not always the case. She gains safeguard for 2 turns, so she will keep them. She will heal up in between their special and her ultimate, and will keep her buffs. Infinity Watch just will heal up. Yes, it might be a little bit more annoying for Pegasus without offense up to kill them, but it would just take a little bit more turns. They wouldn't hold against Pegasus, and Pegasus is not like a very great and needed team. A little bit Kessel, but that's it. So I don't think they're great. They're just like the last team that they have put here. They're kind of big because out of many previous Cosmic Crucible seasons, they actually were getting defensive victories, but now they just take some turns to kill, so you may win because of efficiency because of them. I really like Magamora. I love this team for a long time, but they are on the words of being gone for me, and I just threw them here. At least they will heal up. We take a little bit more time to kill and soak up efficiency. That's what they're good for. I wouldn't. I don't think I would use them on offense. Maybe like a sack team. And room number 6, I was heavily contemplating also putting this in room number 2, but then I don't think this team would work, and I wanted to try it with the 3 diamond Thanos and with having more things on offense. So I did put them here. So all characters, when they're using a ultimate ability, they generate 1 ability energy for the enemies. So the reason I put them here kinda is because a opponent might try to go in and kill you, use a couple of ultimates, and they don't quite manage to kill Super Scroll. Maybe the plan was for Apocalypse to kill him with his empowered basic, and then Super Scroll ended up being in stealth, so you cannot target him, and then Super Scroll has got an ability energy, maybe used his special before, and has offense up, and then he destroys you. Maybe Carnage and a couple of Spider's ID are still alive. Then they get a lot of speed, Hive Mind, and a couple of Hive Mind are still alive. Then they get a lot of speed bar, so it's kind of a little bit of a trap. I know it's like a double-edged sword because my Hive Mind would open with their ultimates. Yes, Void Knight would put out an ability block, so it's a tiny bit negated that he will give energy to their opponents. I don't quite think that of counters for them that would benefit highly by having their ultimate ready earlier. Maybe like an opponent team or with a Super Scroll, but how often do we have this counter? I also had them previous season like this, and they never been countered like this. With an opponent Super Scroll, like Doom would give out so much speed bar with his summons and stuff, and also he would die very easily by a Super Scroll. So I don't think Doom is like a solution to counter this. I very likely will put them on room number 2, maybe, so I have Super Scroll in turn 1. If room number 2 doesn't work as well as I want it, and we'll see about this room. It's actually a room that, at least for me at first glance, nothing seems super obvious on what would work here. I think it would be a lot more like for someone to play smart on offense so he doesn't give energy to the opponents and then takes advantage. Not so much that I can think of a defensive teams that would work great here. I was kind of thinking Infinity Watch because all of them but Nebula start with their special, but Nebula will start with her special, so she would give one energy very fast to everyone. It's not ideal. Uh, Besides that, I don't have too much thoughts on room number 6. Let's talk Illuminati a little bit and how it changed and stuff. So, uh, I didn't want to start the video complaining and stuff, but they're part of the room of the season, and I think what's happening with Captain Britain, personally for me, if someone can afford and it's not too much money regarding to their income to spend a lot of money in a video game, I don't have any issues with that, and I don't think it's bad. For me, I don't think it's worth spending that much money for Black Panther Shuri and Hank Pym to get Captain Britain. I don't like him being like kind of scammily forced to, instead of like it being a fun experience playing the game and being a little bit more fun buying a couple of characters. So I spend some money, I buy like psych passes. I'm not buying this, and I'm accepting that maybe I won't get like top 500 or top 501 75 750. Maybe I get 751 to 1000. Okay, like I already have had an issue with and I will have for this season with facing people with Mephisto, and I don't have him yet. Now, if it's how content creators, because no one has faced Captain Britain yet, have say the difference is between the haves and have not for Captain Britain, then okay, I'm accepting that I will not go as high. I already dropped because people have Mephisto. I'm not between other reasons. I'm accepting to get a little bit less rewards. I got a lot of this on short satellite, and they kinda suck. I have most characters that I want. I already have them built. I already have diamonds on them. I got so many duplicates. They kinda suck. I'm not super excited about the rewards. Yes, they bumped them. These are a little bit better, but even then, they're the top 100 characters. A lot of them already have bought diamonds for, and some of them, even then, we have like a 50% chance for one diamond that isn't like super exciting. I would really like they did done with season rewards for something like this to would happen earlier, because to fight for top 200 when you can't, it's and then you get the next tier 1 to 5%, it's kinda not super exciting. But when I finish, for example, 450, a couple of Cosmic Crucible seasons, I would be very happy to get this tier instead of the next one. 100 Dark Diamonds are not something super exciting, but you would be happy to have something like this. I kinda like them, the new orbs better, but I already have some diamonds. I'm already like pay gated by many Mephistos. I just don't like being like not exactly blackmailed, but like, yes, like force, do it or you're fucked. Like spend money. I don't particularly enjoy and I'm okay placing less high. I actually was going to build Illuminati very slowly, and because I will need them for the legendary, I would have to build them eventually. They did put out the Pocket Dimension now, so I brought Black Bolt to gear tier 14. Will bring them like gear tier 15. I'm not spending any money on Turing Hank Pim. If I can get through Pocket Dimension, I build them to get some Crimson gear so I can go through Dark Dimension. But I'm not spending any money for this guy and I'm accepting placing less high and competing with people that don't have him if he's actually that much game changing. I don't know how much of the difference would be. Maybe we can win. I don't know. I hope so, because otherwise the game mode would start to suck. Because the rewards already were kind of stale and not improving. Because when you have more diamonds in your characters, these orbs don't mean that much. Even if they bump them up a little bit now, I even this I think it's so almost like a blackmail, like spend money in the game or you're screwed, and I don't like this. So that's it for today. On a good note, let's good luck everyone on Cosmic Crucible Season 9.